Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been quite some time. Last time I filmed it was my pregnancy update, and 8 weeks ago I gave birth to a beautiful baby girl, so I thought I would just share my experience with you in labor and delivery. So I ended up giving birth on February 3rd at 4:53 in the morning, and I had labor for about, well, honestly, it felt like a week. I started pre-labor kind of early. I had some mild contractions starting Wednesday, and I ended up giving birth on Friday morning, but I started having some mild contractions all day Wednesday that were not quite painful, but they were slightly painful, and Thursday evening I started real labor, and that hurt quite a bit. That started about 7 p.m. I had contractions about 5 to 7 minutes apart all night up until about 12, which is when I got checked into the hospital. My contractions were very interesting. I can't really explain what they felt like because I've never had that pain before, so I don't know how to explain what it felt like, but I know it was in my lower abdomen wrapped around to my butt area. So that's where I felt the contractions, and they were quite painful. I had to brace myself and not sit down because there was a lot of pressure in my behind area. So that's what labor was like. So I got checked into the hospital at around 12. I was about 8 centimeters, 100% effaced. And I got an epidural almost right away when I got there. The epidural was actually very painful to get. They had to poke me twice. I think my spine was just very, compact. So it was difficult to get the needle or the tube or whatever they used in there. So I went into, I was in labor already. But they kept checking me, and my water broke actually when they were checking me at one point. And then around 3:30ish is when she checked me for the last time, and I was complete. My mom actually walked in right then because she lives 3 hours away, and they told me to start pushing, which was crazy. I was expecting to be in labor a lot longer at the hospital. I counted it up, and I was only in real labor for about 10 hours. But at this time, I was awake for 45 hours almost straight with almost no sleep because of my mild contractions. I couldn't sleep through those either. So I started pushing, and it was actually really easy at first because I had an epidural, so I didn't feel pain. I felt the urge to push every time a contraction would come, so I knew when to push. And it just felt like I was taking a poo, which is kind of weird because everybody said it felt like it's a different sensation or a different feeling when you push out a baby. But I thought it was the same as going number 2. So I pushed for about an hour total. The first 45 minutes were pretty easy. Didn't feel a lot of pain. I felt the pressure obviously, but around the last 15-20 minutes it started getting painful because she was coming out on me and I could feel it, and I started screaming and yelling and getting frustrated because I was just exhausted physically and mentally. She ended up coming out at 4:53 in the morning. And she was a big old baby. She was born at 8 pounds 8 ounces and 20 inches long. I always wondered why I was so uncomfortable being pregnant, because my belly didn't get enormous. It got pretty big, but not like super enormous. But I was so uncomfortable all the time. And I knew she was going to be tall because my husband's a foot taller than me, and I figured she's gonna be tall because I could feel her like up in my ribs. I could feel her all the way down. It was ridiculously uncomfortable and painful when she'd move around. So that was interesting to see how big she was when she came out. But I was physically and mentally drained by the time she was born. So the first half of the day I was just like a zombie. I didn't interact with anybody. I barely interacted with her, but I ended up taking a short nap and then felt better. But yeah, that is, oh, when they took out my epidural thing, that was like the worst pain ever. Like, that was worse than childbirth. They literally had to like yank it. Like, it felt stuck in my spine. It hurt so bad. Like, my husband said that he saw them and they were literally just like trying to yank it out. It hurt so bad. It felt like when they put the epidural in, like my spine was like this and they put it right here and then like my spine trapped it or something. I don't know how epidurals work, but it was so painful. Oh my gosh. But yes, my baby's sleeping right now, so I can't really show you her. I might take a little clip of her and insert it at the end so that you guys could just see what she looks like. But she is awesome. The first 2 weeks of her life, she slept the whole time. She never cried. And then she had about 2 weeks of super fussiness where she would cry all the time. And now she's pretty even. She cries a normal amount, not a ridiculous amount. She sleeps really, really well at night. Sometimes it's difficult for her to go to sleep, but overall, she's amazing. I love her. She's like the cutest thing ever. She's a little chunk now. She's 8 weeks old yesterday, and we took her to the pediatrician about a week ago because she has a cold right now. But she weighs 11 pounds 2 ounces, and she's honestly weighs more than that now, I'm assuming. But she's so adorable. Like, I love her so much. And I just can't wait till she gets a little older and she starts playing. She's smiling all the time now. She's so cute. But yeah, that is it for my labor and delivery. I wanted it to be quite short because I tried to film this before and it was like 25 minutes long. And it was ridiculous. So yes, I just wanted to tell you that she's born. I'm going to try to make a couple more videos here. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.